Hey, what's up, YouTube? I have not done this in so long, but it is so therapeutic. Trying to think of what the opening sentence should be. I would say that I hate my life, but that's not true. I actually love my life, so I can't use that. I can't say I hate anything about my life because I live my life, and you can't love your life if you hate something about it. So I don't. Um, I don't hate my life. That is, because I love my life. But I am a little frustrated. Well, I don't even know if I'm frustrated, really. I'm disappointed. That's what it is. I'm disappointed by some things. Um, 12:30 in the morning on the crossover to Saturday. Today's Saturday, and how do I feel? I just woke up. Past few days, I've been waking up around 12:30 now. No matter what time I go to sleep, I could go to bed at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I will wake up at 12:30. And usually when I wake up, I used to wake up like 2 or 3 in the morning, and it would be like with a real strong urgency to have to go to the bathroom. Um, but now it's not so. I have to go to the bathroom, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I gotta run to go like it usually is. How am I feeling? I guess the closest thing that I can say that I'm feeling, and I'm trying to think about it to make sure that I'm using my words, because I think in society a lot of times when we speak, we use words that other people would use because we're so used to hearing them, and they're like the accepted norm of describing things. What am I gonna say? Oh, and I may be using this word as quote unquote accepted norm as well. I'm feeling lonely, and the reason I think loneliness for me stems from, again, a word from society, loserville. Like when things just are not what, when you're disappointed in the way things are working out. Um, First thing, job. I'm about over it now. I mean, just so much, um, just latent, just stupid stuff, cattiness and whatever. Like with men too. With mainly the boss lady, and then with men folk. And it's like I said, small company. There's a lot of growth opportunity. People become catty because of that. Also, people become very defensive about their job positions, and there are a lot of people that are not really qualified for the jobs that they have in skill or talent. And so, what they make up for in being able to be qualified for that job, they they make up for it in just being vicious. So that's that, but whatever. Seen it all before. um, to some of who know my history, to like the worst level I've seen it. So, well, one of the worst levels. I'm sure it could be more. So anyhow, but God still loves me. So God still quote unquote speaks to me. And when I say speaks to me, I mean just in the way things roll out in my life. For instance, sometimes things aren't always fair, everything right. There's this guy that works with me. Swear to God, this guy just got out of jail. I mean, literally, this information was shared with by someone else, and he's a real jerk for the most part. But he's after he came back, he's calmed down just a little bit. Not sure why. He's just an asshole. Um, but just different things like there was money that was collected for payment for an item, I'll just say, and I the I can't even, like, it's so overwhelmingly wrong that I can't even say it. But basically, it's a lot of situations that are being set up, like, but and I'm oblivious to it all. But because I'm so detailed and efficient at things, I document everything, and it's just like, wait a minute, and it's for myself, so I'm just like, no, wait a minute, you can't do that. And so I always catch it. So I'm gonna skip that because I really, I need to move on, and I'm going to. And part of me is just like, I'm just gonna do absolutely nothing in the coming couple of days, and then just go and visit my family, my mom. I don't really have a family anymore, which is okay with me. Um, Next part of it is, um, next part of it is, then okay, so this person is a jerk at work. I guess maybe a part of me, because it's getting to the point where I just realize these people is just retarded. I don't even care anymore. I mean, I care, but I don't. It's like, when I say care, I mean, usually I'm just like super super nice, which I am anyways. But then you realize some people are jerks, and so it's like, even though I'm nice, it's only because I have to be. And so I said something that was kind of sideways. And usually I'm not a sideways type of person, but I did, because I put up with so much abuse from that person. And probably still ongoing, because I heard from one of my clients that they tried to get in contact with me, and and he had all these compliments, but was advised by somebody that I didn't work there anymore, and they were not allowed access to me. Okay, and the person ended up getting in contact with me because they texted me. Okay. So I don't know if they told them that out of viciousness, or because, maybe plans have been put in place for me to not actually work there anymore, or that's his way of that person stop asking about me. I don't know. But so anyhow, so anyways, like I said something a little sideways. I had bought all this Korean food. It was like $10. Next thing you know, the food fell all over the place. Oh, oh my goodness. That was his opportunity to be a complete jerk or asshole, but he didn't. But I think he strategically knows, you know, that there's, there are things to be a jerk and asshole about that are more um, subtle. So, he wasn't about that. Plus, he had some things going on. So that was God's way, even though I wasn't straight up cocky or whatever, that was God's way of saying, I love you, and you're starting to be a jerk, and I don't want you to be a jerk. So let me put you in your place real quick. And I was upset because I spent money on that food. Okay, so I lost $10. I think I'm a fairly attractive person, especially looking at these women running around with weaves and caked up faces and all this, just nasty stuff to me. So, I'm hungry because I wasted my lunch. I didn't get it. Took me all my lunchtime to go get it, but I ended up wasting it. So I walk over to the park because I'm like, I need a place to eat my food, and I'm exhausted. I have not been to this park, and I've been wanting to go. It looks like a big park, exercising. And in my mind, I'm thinking all parks have picnic tables, so there's a picnic table back there somewhere. Wrong. So I walk all the way to this park, walk through the whole park, no picnic table. So I'm sitting at this bench, eating my pulled pork with coleslaw. Then next, what happens is I'm like, okay, you know, I thought this would be a good idea because there's a church service like in the area, and I wanted to kind of visit the churches that was nearby. Raw story. So it starts to get cold out there. I'm out there. I'm like, okay, I just wait an hour more, wait an hour more. I'm dying of thirst. I ain't had water. So I walk over to this church that said they were gonna have something. I hear loud music, and it sounds like a concert, but not a church like concert. But I'm like, okay. So when I get there, there's old ladies there. They look like they're about my age when I say old ladies. And they're like looking really a mess, and, dancing and carrying on. Like dancing like they were at a street party. and the fish was still smelling good. And I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna have a fellowship, because that's the whole point. I wanted to fellowship. I'm lonely. What can I say? But there's no fellowship. They're trying to sell the fish plates. It's $15 to $18 a plate. Okay, so of course I passed. So I go on to the next church. It said they're actually having a Bible study. I'm like, that's cool, because I like Bible study better. But the doors are locked. There's cars parked outside. So either they're having a Bible study, but it's only for their members, or there's just no Bible study, and there are people parking there for other reasons. I'm like, okay, not a problem. At this time, I'm absolutely thirsty. Oh, I'm absolutely thirsty. So I go to CVS. They want $2 for a bottle of water that I can pay $1 for it. And then anything that's under $1 or less are like flavored water, which really is just watered down Kool-Aid. So I'm like, no way. So I walk up the street about half a mile up a busy highway up to Walgreens. Walgreens, the same story. And let me tell you, I had big plans for myself this weekend. I planned to go to Calle Ocho, go to Jazz Gardens, and I was like, by any means necessary. So again, God is chastising me. Maybe He doesn't want me to go. Didn't get to go to Calle Ocho because I'm making conversation with people at work, and again, these people are just like, they have no interest in, they are not good to me. But outside of maybe the owner, because they are having a hard time keeping people in a position. So I'm like, yeah, this is a big weekend. The owner or something is having something, but I'm not going because, if they wanted me to go, they would have sent me a personal verbal invitation. And, I would have to walk to and from, and, walking down the street with all these cars passing by and trying to keep a smile on my face, you know. So, no. Um, Moving right along. So I planned on, I was like, yeah, it's a big weekend, Calle Ocho, Jazz and Gardens. And then they were like, oh no, Jazz and Gardens is last weekend. I mean, not Jazz and Gardens, but Calle Ocho was last weekend. I was like, okay. So they asked me where Jazz and Gardens was. They probably already knew. I thought it was in Coconut Grove. And then, whatever the thing was, I didn't care. I was going to go. And I looked it up on the internet. Not only is it not in Coconut Grove, it's at the stadium, Dolphin Stadium. And not only is it at Dolphin Stadium, I'm like, I'm going to go anyway, no matter what, because I just want to go out and get somewhere. But the tickets are sold out. So I'm like, okay. My other plan was I was going to maybe get together with an internet person, just to, for company, go have dinner and have a conversation, and I've placed different types of ads, I admit, because trying to connect. And so some of these ads that I place, don't really apply. So, the main focus is not dinner and whatever. But, one person said they really wanted to do that. And I went through a few people that said they really wanted to do it, but they turned out to be jerks before we even had a chance to get there. So it's to the point where, we would actually meet. So that didn't happen. This one particular cat, he sounded like he was excited. Then when I texted him, and I'm picky too, I admit that. When I texted him, he was not excited back. So I canceled because this person is not excited back. He tells me that he was stuck in traffic. If you're stuck in traffic, then you should be having time to be excited back. So I canceled. So that's that. So there is my lonely day. And then the $10 that I lost or whatever or the $10 that I lost or whatever, because I dropped that food, I was hoping to get back, like, I eat. And usually when I request to go out, like on dates and stuff, to go eat and whatever like that, it's not really a date, because I'm always talking about going Dutch, and I haven't been yet because I haven't found one person that didn't piss me off, that didn't try to treat me like I'm kind of jump off ahead of time. I'm not. So it never really happens. And so it just doesn't work out. But so that's it. I'm leaving it at that. Bye.